All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Living the Dream podcast. Today on the show, we have Hank and Sharyn Yuloff, America's #1 coaching team for small business. How are y'all?
Fantastic, Timmy. It's good to see you.
Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. Love the energy. And we like to jump right in. So if you could start with just telling us a little bit about yourselves and what you like to do for fun, that'd be great.
You know, you catch us at a really good time because he's talking about for fun. We're in countdown mode. You know, when you're about to go on vacation and you start count, we have less than, 25 days before we get on a cruise ship, and we haven't been on a cruise ship in several years. So we are in total vacation mode pre-game.
We are in vacation prep mode.
Yes, and what's really fun, we're doing a small business breakthrough bootcamp the day before we get on the ship. That is going to be, I'm not sure how that's going to work. It's either going to be we're like totally focused, or, hey babe, 17 hours till we're on the ship. Oh, hi guys. So not sure where that's going to go. So that's where you catch us. We like going on cruise ships, Timmy.
I love it. I love it. Going on cruise ships. And tell us a little bit more about the small business coaching and what that entails.
I answered the first question. You should do this.
We work with small business owners on their marketing, sales, human resources, and back office systems.
Yeah, we're kind of the easy button. Hank, Sharyn, how do I do this? Or, you know, hey, have you ever heard of this? Or, hey, I want to do this. Can you make sure I stay on contract and contact and all this? Yeah, we're like we're the marketing department down the hall.
Gotcha. So you guys just put a bunch of systems in place, making it easy for the entrepreneur doing the work.
Well, yeah. You know what SYSTEM stands for?
No, let me know.
Save yourself some time, energy, and money.
I like that.
You're going to write that one down, aren't you? Yeah, he's writing that down. I'm going to use that sucker.
It's probably going to be the title of the podcast.
Yeah, I might get credit one time. Yeah, these guys, I heard them say this. You know, I came up with this.
It'll be in my book in 10 years.
Awesome.
Why are you waiting 10 years to write a book?
Yeah, why are you waiting 10 years to write a book, brother? I mean, come on.
Well, I have no aspiration to write a book that would include that, but I'll write one in 10 years just to include it.
What book could we help you get written now? Let's talk, Timmy. What's the book that's right here in your heart?
The book that, I actually started writing a book about all my ideas for how I wanted to end poverty around the world.
There we go.
That'd be awesome. You know what you could do? Then, so you have your ideas, then you start interviewing other people that have these ideas, and it becomes the book. Yeah, the book, the idea book for ending poverty. We could have that launched in no time. This is like half a dozen Facebook posts to gather people, get their, hey, who do you know that has an idea? And you could have that no time at all.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you have a working title? Actually, if you're working title, don't tell me. Just say yes or no.
Yeah.
I do not.
Okay. Because if you did, then I'd say make sure you buy the URL.
Even if it's just the working title, even if it changes later, it's a really affordable insurance policy.
We came up with partners in everything on our 30th wedding anniversary, right? And we had the idea for the book 6 years ago. And we've owned partnersineverything.com since then. Now, we weren't slacking. We had 4 other books come out in that time period. Don't want you to think we slack. But so come up with the title, buy the URL. Then then you're the author of the upcoming book.
And then you can design the cover and you can show that as a visual even before the book is actually written.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
See, this is how it works. This is how our life works.
Yeah, that's awesome too.
So we're gonna have a look. Those of you that are listening, Timmy has no idea yet, but we're gonna get him on a phone call. We're gonna start working on this idea just because it's such a great idea for a book. And it's going to come out next year.
It's going to come out in 2022.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Look, I was on Clubhouse and I'm in a room moderating how to use a book to market your business. And my subconscious took over and said, yes. And on our 30th wedding anniversary, July 21, our long-awaited book, Partners in Everything, is going to be coming out. It's your couple's guide to running a successful business without ruining your life. And I looked at who was in the room, and we had half a dozen clients and all sorts of people that knew us. And I had to tell Sharyn that I had just committed to having a book out in 4 months that we only had the cover for. So we had to go.
It was intense.
We had to go find a dozen business owners that are in business together to interview. And we had to get our editor on board because she's been trying to retire. Oh, it was yeah. Sharyn was not pleased with me.
You guys got it done though.
Oh yeah,
Get
we were done 2 weeks early.
Yeah.
Love it. That is awesome.
We told our clients what we had to do and what we had done, so they started holding us accountable. And
we had a timeline. We knew when things had to be done. You know, you work backwards on the calendar. When does it want to be done? So what are the things that have to happen before? And
so, Timmy, when would you like to be known as the best-selling author of the book that's ending poverty in the world? When would you like that? When would you like that to be your moniker?
I really don't know. I've never thought about it.
He's dancing around it. See, I'm trying to get you to pick a date, then we work backwards from there, and we make it happen.
Hey, we can pick a date right now.
What's the date?
All right, let's see.
What's your birthday?
May 4th.
May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you, and you become. Oh my God, I love you. Oh my God, my favorite birthday. May the 4th be with you. I will forever have your birthday in my head. So we can. Oh God, we have 5 months. Easy. We can make that happen.
How badly do you want it?
How bad do you really want this to happen? We'll make it happen.
I don't know. I'm kind of committing to something on a podcast right now.
I just met these people, and they already have me committing to to having success. Oh my God.
Hey, I'm down. I'll do it.
All right. We'll schedule a call, and we'll lay it out for you.
Gotcha. Sounds good.
And we'll help you find a title.
And we're going to help you find a title, and we're going to help you find other people that have ideas to end poverty.
Let's do it.
Is that fair?
I love it.
And then we're gonna have to find. Okay, now let's just think big.
Okay.
If you look at, we're gonna look at what politicians have made this a deal to them. And we're gonna send them the idea. We're gonna get it forward. So like, was it Elizabeth
Warren,
Obama would do this? Michelle, not her husband. Whatever happened to him?
he was on TV.
I know he was. So we're gonna look for people that we can get them to write the foreword, and see. And then we're gonna look for other thought leaders that have. So you're going to instantly become the thought leader on this.
Love it.
You deserve it.
I appreciate that.
Roughly how many ideas what are we working with? How many ideas do you have?
I kind of already wrote like 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, something like that.
Oh, heck.
Like I was in college. I was just writing away. I would do like 1,000 words a day or something.
Your book,
you're ready to go.
Your book's done. You just don't even know it.
Yeah. I had to, my financial hardship made me start focusing on cash flow, which
I hear you.
Book on the back burner.
And then that's your foreword. How the book came about. It's your prologue.
Yeah.
Look, it's already happening. I guess I just see it for you. So, that smiling face on the front cover, or actually, let me see your serious face, because we might need a more serious shot.
My serious face?
Yeah, give me your serious face. Your
He doesn't seem to have one.
I don't think he does. All right, so we're gonna have a smile. That's cool.
All right.
He's happy about ending poverty.
Exactly.
That's totally fine.
Well, awesome. I guess that's happening now.
It is.
May 4th.
May the 4th.
Be with you.
It's gonna be. Look, Sharyn already wrote it down on her notes. It's already there. So we're just
Awesome. Well, let's do it.
awesome. Cool.
Tell me a little bit about your motivation and what keeps you up and gets you going and doing what you just did for me.
This what look, our coolest thing is when a client has success. We were speaking, let's see, when was it with Mary? 2019, the end of November of 2019. We were speaking at a chamber event talking about social media. Afterwards, a woman comes up to us and she said, can I chat with you guys a little bit? Longest story short, she had worked for a printing company for 30 years. She ran their print shop.
People thought she owned it.
Yeah, but she didn't. They didn't treat her as she should be. She wanted to chat about, she had this thought about maybe maybe starting her own shop. So we chatted for about 45 minutes, gave her, here are some steps. And in December, she moved it forward. And in January, she hired us as her business coaches. COVID hit 3 months later. She ended the year profitably.
Oh, wow.
This year, she's doubled her revenue.
And her goal is to do it again, to double it again next year.
Yeah. And for us, she's one of those that we say, let's do this. And she's okay. And just jumps into it. When people have a dream and we can help them make it happen, that's the best thing ever.
It is.
I agree. So I have this podcast.
Yeah. This podcast was an idea at some point, right?
It was.
And then, okay, what do I need? Let's see. I have to have it hosted somewhere. I've got to buy the headset and the microphone. And I mean, you had your own checklist.
Absolutely.
And nobody said you couldn't do it. And if they did, you didn't listen.
Clearly, because here we are.
Because if they say you can't do it, one of my fingers is for them. And it's not that one. We want dreams to happen for people. And when we see it start happening, it is so cool.
For sure.
That's why we get up. That's why we do what we do.
Gotcha. I love that. Tell me about your vision for your life and your coaching business. Is that it's just making people's dreams come true left and right? Or is there?
Well, let's back up. The business started because at Thanksgiving 26 years ago, we were one of those families that went around the table. What are you thankful for? And I got to share a story with my mom. I was a regional manager for a national company. I was not happy because the owner of the company had just hired his son with no sales experience to be the national sales manager. Mm. And mom said, well, what would it take for you to start your own company? And I flippantly said, well, I'd have to buy a fax machine because we used fax machines then. And I'd have to send this one back because it's owned by the company. And she looked at my dad and said, write him a check. Mom basically said, you're starting your own company. And 2 weeks later, company was started. As you come forward, one of my clients needed HR help and back office systems. I stole Sharyn from the company she was working for. And I said, why don't we try this? Why don't we try working together? We're married and all the rest of it. Let's try that. And 11 years later, we've never looked back. So now I get to hang out every day with my best friend. I get to know what kind of day she's having by the number of curse words I hear her scream.
And vice versa.
And we don't have any of those, how was your day, dear stories at the end of the day, because we know how our day was. When we want to take a vacation, neither of us has to ask a boss, and working on a schedule. A few years ago, we started visiting Sedona, Arizona, and we kind of liked it. And we visited 7 times in 6 years. We asked our clients, hey, do any of you guys care if we don't live in Los Angeles?
They said, as long as you answer email and phone calls, you could live on Mars. I don't care.
So on the other side,
that was pre-COVID.
Yeah. On the other side of this wall, in fact, the other side of that wall and that wall and that wall, surrounding our house are red rock views.
Red Rock.
And Red Rocks, the Red Rocks of Sedona, man. We have incredible, we found an amazing place to live.
We did.
So
we are blessed.
We're kind of in that, we love what we do. We love where we do it. We're happy. And what do we want next? At some point, we'll take fewer clients. We have a couple of ideas for some things that are going to, go into place. We want to help nonprofits generate revenue. And most of them are really bad at it. And we think we have an idea. We're going to beta test it first quarter of next year. While you're finishing up your book, we're going to beta test this nonprofit idea.
Sounds good.
And if it works as we think it could work, we'll work even less because we will throw ourselves into helping nonprofits generate revenue.
Gotcha. And what does beta testing the nonprofit idea entail? If you can share without
it entails getting some nonprofits that are interested in the idea to say, yeah, send me those emails. Let me set them out and let's see if the program works.
Gotcha.
Look, if we have, half a dozen or so nonprofits that try this idea and it sucks, all right, so we tried it. If we have a half dozen and 4 out of 6, it works for 4 out of 6, we will, then reach out to a whole lot of nonprofits and say, hey, we have an idea. This is what it's done so far in beta test. You want help? You want in? It costs them. Their cost to come in might be $50, maybe, and then we'll figure out a way to give that back to them. But it'll generate a little bit of revenue for us because we're running the program, and it'll generate quite a bit for them. That's the goal.
With minimal staff time.
Yeah, we've been on a dozen different boards of nonprofits. Sharyn has a master's in nonprofit management. We feel strongly that every small business owner should have at least one nonprofit, something that's close to their heart, and it should be their give back. Because as small business owners, we all generate revenue from our communities, however you define your community. And we need to give back. In our religion, it's the theory is you leave this planet a better place than you found it. Which is one of the reasons your book speaks to us. It's like, Timmy clearly gets it. So by the way, if y'all are listening, if this is the first time you've listened to Timmy's podcast, you darn well better go listen to more podcasts, because this is a gentleman that's got his act together, and you need to support him by listening to his podcast. We have to make the planet a better place.
For sure.
And why wait for other people to do it? So that's kind of our, if you want to know where we want to take our business, that's where we want to go.
I love that. Awesome. Well,
thank you for the Timmy. Thank you for the therapy. I appreciate this. You're allowing us to have a therapy session.
Just curious, at what point in your walk in your business did the nonprofits really get on your heart?
Oh,
from the beginning.
Yeah, I think it's always been there.
Yeah. Even when I worked for a company selling promotional products, putting logos on stuff, I still have the flyer where I gave all sorts of nonprofits either discounts or time or something. And that flyer has like 100 nonprofits on it that it's just been a thing.
I wouldn't have invested, time and dollars for an MBA in nonprofit management if it wasn't, if I didn't think it was vital to the community.
And there is a challenge though. Most nonprofits, or a lot of them, they haven't learned the militant way to talk about what they do. When we're at some Chamber of Commerce event, quite often we'll say, oh, we're a nonprofit. Can we have some more, sir? Can you donate? Instead, it's, here's a list of the stuff we do in your community. Without us, this stuff doesn't get done. This is why you need to support us. And this is what we're doing in your community. And how can we support your business as a give back? When we speak to groups of nonprofits, I always tell them, look, in the next 3 minutes, you're either going to love me or hate me. And I take them through that exercise. And the people that know that they are just, please, oh, can we have a discount because we're a nonprofit, or we're a charity? What's our cost because we're a charity? They hate me because I call them on their crap. But those that say, yeah, I get it. This is the stuff we do in the community, and we know we're an important part of the community, and this is why there's a give back. They for the rest of that day, we have a great day together, and they learn a lot, and we put them on a path that's going to help their nonprofit generate revenue. Yeah, we can. That's kind of our soapbox. Nonprofits doing well is a real good soapbox for us.
I love it. Sure. Well, awesome. Let's go back to that. You said it was 26 years ago, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was when. Yeah.
Awesome. When you guys really started this, what were some of the challenges you faced, and how did you push through it?
Well, there is the fear. Oh my God, I just quit my job. But I had Sharyn as my backup. We knew we were going to be okay no matter what. Heck, I could, if it didn't work, I could always find a job selling something. I had that belief. Interestingly, because I started a competitor to the company I was working for, I was fortunate. I had a client base that needed to grow, but I lost no clients. In fact, most of them were very supportive. They said, "What took you so long?"
He was in an industry, similar. We usually use the realtor example because most people don't know promotional products. So we usually use realtor. It doesn't matter what the company is that you're working for. People don't hire you because you're working for whatever that real estate company is. They're working with you because they resonate with you and think that you have their best interest in mind. The same thing was true for Hank. The clients he was working with, they didn't really care what the name of the company was. They were buying from Hank because Hank resonated with them, and they got what they were doing and how to best market them. It didn't matter what the company name was.
If you're starting a business, cash flow is always a challenge. You need to figure out ways to make sure that your cash flow is consistent, that your bills are paid. You have to remember to pay yourself. Most small businesses that we start and help start, one of the challenges is they all charge too little.
They undervalue themselves.
Yeah.
Well, I'm new, so I should charge less. No, you still have the expertise, and your clients don't need to know that you're new. Yeah. You have expertise.
Yeah, so those are the challenges we usually see from businesses that we're helping getting them off the ground. It's like, all right, are you funded? Do you have a marketing budget? Because and that part of that budget is, do you have cash to put a website together? Are you willing to get on social media and be consistent?
Yeah, some of that budget is time,
yeah,
not just dollars.
So it's hard to start a business. No one's gonna. It's a really rewarding thing, but it isn't easy.
You'll work more and longer, but it'll be for you and not for somebody else.
Yeah. So the challenge, are you willing to take that leap?
Yeah.
And,
it usually is a pendulum, right?
Quite often.
You build up your client base so that you can work less for whatever that company is you're working for now until it takes over the income that you need to pay those bills, and then you can let the company go. So it usually is a bit of a lever, but it will always be a leap of faith.
On our podcast this morning, by the way, you should come on our pod. You're going to be coming on our podcast, and we're going to be talking about your book, just so you know.
For sure.
And we had somebody on it's ours is the viewcast.com, and she was on. She's a grief counselor, but she mentioned she also has a full-time job, and we were talking afterwards. She sells crop insurance to farmers. That's her gig. But her passion is she's a grief counselor. It's like,
that was not expected.
I didn't expect that at all.
There are all sorts of things that might have come to mind. Crop insurance.
Yes, to me, I was speechless for a moment, but I rallied. And we're talking. So for her, it's a lever.
Yeah.
She wants to sell us insurance and do more counseling because that's her heart point. All right, so you sell insurance while you're building your practice. There are ways to do it. Just know that, have that plan, have that time frame. When are you going to do this? When are you throwing yourself into it? Because you do have to take that leap of faith in yourself, and that's important.
Absolutely.
We're not going to let your book sit on a shelf unwritten heck, you've already gotten it written. You just, oh my God, 30,000 words. Wow.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Now you've done the hard part.
Yep. Well, awesome. If there were one or two people or one or two types of people.
Sharyn? This is a Sharyn answer. I'm just going to punt this now.
That you guys can meet.
I know, he just added it. I'm just going to punt this over.
That you guys can meet to really help you take that next step in your business and really start helping those nonprofits generate more revenue and have that be the focus. Who would those people be, and how would they do it?
It would be the decision makers in a nonprofit that the idea is of interest to them. They're intrigued. They either want to be part of the beta test, or they can't wait till we get past the beta test, and then they want to be part of the next phase.
Yeah.
That's really it. There are so many. We know a bunch of nonprofits, but there are so many nonprofits out there that we know that there are more than we know.
Yeah.
So
we're about to reach out with a bunch of them that are on our list. We know some of them won't qualify. Some will. We'll see. It's a next step thing. Let's see who could help us. I want to meet the self-proclaimed best email marketing person in the world, or Frank Kern. He might be. I don't know. we can reach out to him. So if you are the best email marketing person in the world, but nobody knows who you are, we want to have a chat, because part of what we're doing is an email sequence, and I'm sure we can write it, but I'm gonna bet there's probably somebody better at it than me. So that's what I want.
Love it. Decision makers at nonprofits and the best email marketing person in the world. Self-proclaimed.
Yeah. If nobody knows who you are, then but you're really great. Yeah, we're going to talk to you. Right. That'd be cool. By the way, we have 3 cats, and all 3 of them seems to have walked in the studio at the moment. So you're going to hear at least one cat meowing. Just letting you.
All good.
Must be dinner time.
No kidding.
Well, what's the most important 1 or 2 things that everyday people can do to help you get to that point in your business?
Everyday people. Tell you what, our target audience are small business owners. So small business owners, look at our group coaching program. Go to companymarketingplan.com and just know that a really good percentage of the investment you make in our coaching program goes to help nonprofits, and we'll connect you up as well.
And if you have a favorite nonprofit that you wish we would help get better, then by all means, connect us with your favorite nonprofit.
Yeah. Don't make us buy email lists of nonprofits.
No, tell us who you already are supporting and you want to see them succeed.
Yeah, there isn't, we don't see a limit of the number of nonprofits that can use the program.
No.
We think we're pretty good on the high end of where we can go with nonprofits. We're not looking for huge ones. The Red Crosses of the world
they don't need
us, but it's those.
They need your blood though.
Yeah, please donate. Those that have a $200,000 to maybe $500,000 budget a year. We think that's the sweet spot. We don't know. We haven't beta tested yet.
It could be less, could be more.
We're just going based on our own knowledge of nonprofits.
Right.
So there we go. Or, guys like Timmy who need to have their book finished. We want to help them. Wow, when I walked in here, I had no idea we were going to be working on a book project.
Neither did I.
You roll the dice, that's what you get, man.
Hey, take the opportunities as they come, right?
Absolutely.
I want to touch back on the jump off the pendulum for entrepreneurs.
Okay.
If you guys could, for those people who are kind of on the edge, like they're at the place where they could make that jump, but fear is really holding them back. What do you say?
Believe in the fear, embrace it.
Do it anyway.
Yeah, understand. It's real. Would you do it fair? Would you close the door on the cat? Can you hear it?
It won't matter.
Can you hear it?
I can.
Yeah, that's Mookie.
But
that is Mookie. That is Mookie Pets.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm a Red Sox fan, and we named him Mookie Pets because we thought the Red Sox would sign Mookie forever, and they messed up and let him go to the Dodgers. So now I have a cat that's named wrong. But that's my own deal.
Feel the fear, do it anyway.
Yeah. Have a plan. Go to yourmarketingadvisor.com, get on some of our webinars. We'll teach you for free in a bunch of our webinars. We always say, what are your questions? We'll answer your questions. Get buy-in from your family. Know that it's going to be difficult, but it's worth it.
Yeah, but if your family doesn't like the idea, that doesn't mean you shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Can you guys speak to the importance of that community? Because I know if you have somebody that's like really bashing it, it's a lot harder.
Oh, we hear that. We hear it all the time.
Yeah.
Prove them wrong. That's proving them wrong is like the best it's the best Thanksgiving story ever. When you get to see Uncle Frank at Thanksgiving and he says, how's that business going? You say, well, my revenue this year was 450,000 and we got a profit of 40%. How's your job at this Quickie Mart, Uncle? You still selling shoes for JCPenney, Uncle?
Look, if you don't take the leap, you're always going to wonder what if.
Yeah.
So do it. If it doesn't work, it's not the end of the world, honestly. If it doesn't work, you always can have a different plan. But if you don't do it, you're always going to wonder what if, and don't let yourself run out of life with that regret of what if.
Yeah.
That's painful.
Yeah, I was fortunate. My mom had an entrepreneurial spirit. She worked for LA Unified School District, but she always had a side hustle before there was a term for side hustle. She always had something going. So that entrepreneurial spirit, she just kicked me, she just kicked me out of the nest. Yeah, you're doing it. That was her way of saying you're doing it. She didn't really give me much of a choice because Dad was already writing me a check. You're okay, babe.
Which isn't to say he didn't have those concerns. When the business first started, every sale might be the last sale ever.
Yeah.
I mean, here we are 26 years later. Clearly that wasn't the case.
No.
And he doesn't have those conversations with me anymore. We're not worried that this is the last client we're ever going to help.
We just got a phone call from a promotional. We don't sell as many promotional products. It's not as that lever coaching is way more important. I just got a phone call from a client that for each of his kids have a bar mitzvah, each of his grandchildren, and he buys them pens for their as a giveaway. I hadn't talked to him in like 5 years, and he said the last grandkid was like, wow, he had to track me down. And I just sent him all the information. They call, they keep calling. And if you do a good job for them, they remember you.
Clients keep finding us.
They do. It's a neat thing. Being trusted by small business owners is a huge reward for us. And our goal is to never let anyone down.
Gotcha. That's a good goal. I love it.
It's keeps us motivated.
Hey,
for sure.
There we go. Well, awesome. Now we're going to jump into our Thriving 3. I'm going to get to hear a little bit about how you guys are just thriving in your life. So we're
getting on a cruise ship.
Yes. Thriving.
And we've
25 days.
We have the next 2 scheduled.
Oh, yeah. When are they?
June. So December, right? So 25 days from now, and then June, and then the following May.
So in June, on in Barcelona, off in Rome.
Gotcha.
And we'll hit Nice and several other cities in there. The year after that, we get to take that picture in Pisa of us holding up the tower. You know that picture everyone takes?
Oh,
we finally get to take that picture. And I'm trying to think of an unusual way to do it. I'm thinking of bringing a really funny hat to do it or something. I'm not sure. There will be time. I have time to think on this one.
You do.
By the way, listeners, if you have an idea, send them. Then after that, we get on in London and get off in London, but we get to check off of our bucket list in 12 days.
Adventure list.
Normandy, Ireland, Loch Ness, and Stonehenge.
There's some other stops too, but those are the ones.
Those are the ones I really care about.
Yeah, that is epic.
Oh, can't wait. And we start talking, and look, we're going to be teaching marketing. So we invite our clients to come along.
On all 3
And we teach a little marketing each day. So now it's continuing education cruise. So Internal Revenue Service, just so you know, we have clients coming on all of them. We will be writing part of it off, but we were documenting all of it. In fact, this is now part of the documentation. We've been documenting this one we're getting out in 25 days for over a year. We have clients coming. And I have my syllabuses, and we'll be doing some teaching. Yeah, we don't write off the entire thing, but just a small portion.
And the clients can too, because it is their continuing education. And we invite them to teach a bit as well about whatever their expertise is. We'll film it so that they have a digital asset at the end of the cruise.
Gotta have fun, man. You gotta have fun. So what else did you want to know about?
Yep.
How we have fun?
What's your favorite book, movie, or podcast? Pick one.
Okay. The American President. We'll go with that movie.
Yeah.
Book.
Besides
ours, like Partners in Everything, available on Amazon for $2.99 on digital.
We reference the one thing a lot.
Yeah, and we also reference Napoleon Hill and Think and Grow Rich.
Yeah.
You want TV show?
Sure, that works.
West Wing. I will watch The West Wing on and on and on. That and Big Bang Theory.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah.
West Wing, second time it's been recommended.
So here's the thing. Okay, all you listeners, here's the thing. Here's how you can help us. Our next book is called The Physics of Marketing. Going to come out next year. We're co-writing it with our friend Randy. Randy is doing the physics part. For example, the third law of thermodynamics something or other is a body in motion stays in motion unless acted upon by an
equal and outside force.
Yes, that's the science. The marketing is, look, if your marketing sucks, it's going to continue to suck unless you do something about it. So you really ought to get off the pot and do something about it. See, it's going to be a really fun book. I want to meet one of the actors on Big Bang Theory who can write a forward as their character, or what's his name? Eric Tyson. Shoot.
Yeah, the 3-name physicist.
Yeah, the 3-name physicist dude. Damn it, I really should know his name. Or
I can't think of his name. Dang it.
Damn it, you know it. You know it too. You're just
I don't think I do.
Yes, you do.
Is it Tyson?
Michael Tyson.
Shoot, what's his name?
Don't you have your phone with you? No.
No, get on your phone.
Excuse me, kitten.
So that would help. Knowing his name would help. So I need a really high-end physicist to write the foreword. Preferably, like Sheldon would be great from Big Bang Theory. Jim Parsons, that would be awesome.
I think I could tweet him or Instagram. I thought it was tweet, but I found him on.
Okay, that'd be fun. But that's going to be our next book. That book has been on the whiteboard for a decade, and our buddy we've talked about this book a lot. And our buddy who's gone to all sorts of our events finally said, I used to teach physics. I could write the physics part. Way to bury the lead, brother. So we just spent a weekend with him going through all of the different physics laws and astronomical laws. And he's going to do that part. And we're going to write the marketing part. In fact, on this ship, I have enough notes that I'm going to see if we can get about a third or halfway through this book.
Awesome.
So I need, what's his name?
I don't know.
Damn it.
I haven't been able to find the right question to ask Google.
Just write famous
I did that,
physics.
and you know what it gave me? It gave me 47 answers that were the wrong answer.
No. What do you think his name is?
The 3-name physicist?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Michael Eric Dyson.
That's it.
Gotcha.
I had to get it close enough that
Good
Google
Lord.
corrected me.
Yeah, that's going to help. We couldn't even remember his name when we want him to write the forward. That's really going to help a lot. Sorry, Professor Dyson. Look, we agree with you. Pluto's not a planet. Please don't hold it against us. No.
Well, awesome. What's one way you guys like to care for yourselves?
Well, we take a walk every day, or almost every day.
On our anniversary is July 21st. You cannot find us. There are a couple of days during the year where you cannot book an appointment or find time with us. Our anniversary is one of them.
Well, Christmas is another, but that's because you don't want.
Yeah, you don't want to talk to us anymore.
We actually don't care, but you don't want to talk to us.
No. We always look at, okay, do we need time? And our rule is the relationship comes first. I was lucky enough to marry way up. I married my best bud, and nothing comes between. That's
for sure.
We are fortunate that we get to work and play together.
I love it. And what is one action step that you guys can take right now or continue to take to meet those people that you need to meet to really take that next step?
Well, one of the things we could do is we could send them copies of this podcast and reference the exact point where we messed up all of their names and begged for their forgiveness. And please, we could do that.
Senior moments.
Yeah.
Happens.
Let's see, what else can we do to make that go forward? One of the things we are going to do is on this cruise ship, I want to write enough of it that we're going to send it to them and say, this is the book we're writing. Yeah, could you? Look, we got, for the book Partners in Everything, we got James Malinchak, who is ABC's Secret Millionaire. We got him to write the foreword because he and his sister run their business together. And that was one email that got answered like that. So
yeah,
we're just going to assume what is it, the word is pronoia. You assume that the universe is working in your favor.
Right.
Absolutely.
So instead of paranoia, it's pronoia. You just assume the universe is working for you.
That'll also be in the book 10 years from now.
There you go. There you go.
I think we've used that one before. We might have used that one before in one of the other books.
I'll reference you for that one, but not the other one.
Okay, that's cool. In fact, that's on my that was on my Facebook page yesterday. There was a meme that's up there that has the definition on it.
Gotcha. Well, is there anything else you guys want to talk about before we sign off?
Oh, be good to each other. Our slogan is, if everything happens for a reason, be the reason things happen. So take our slogan, make stuff happen, be good to other humans. Look for Timmy's book next May the 4th.
Yep.
It's going to be on sale at Amazon for 99 cents for those that day. So you'll be able to help him achieve bestseller status. Yeah, we have a whole plan. You just gonna lay it out for you. It's just gonna happen.
Hey, there we go. There we go.
And I guess that's it. Is that it? Is that enough?
That's all I can think of.
Yeah. Hey, if you're gonna start your business and you need a half hour, go to howtogettherefaster.com.
There you go.
Book us for a half hour. Tell us you heard about us on Timmy's show, and you get a half hour. We'll help you out best we can.
For sure.
There's the goal.
There we go. Well, if you guys are listening to this podcast and you liked what Hank and Sharyn had to say, make sure to go to
howtogettherefaster.com. You know where that came from? 2:00 in the morning. I wake up and I'm thinking, just thinking about some clients and what are, looking for ways to market us. And I thought, they always ask us how to get there faster. And I went downstairs, I looked up gettherefaster.com. I couldn't buy it because a bicycle shop owned it. Which brilliance. I just thought that was brilliant. But how to get there faster was available, so I grabbed that one.
That's our scheduling link. It'll ask you a few easy questions, and then you'll get the actual calendar link.
Love it.
Yeah. And if you're up at 2 a.m, write all those notes down. Get up, get out of bed, write it down. You'll feel much better.
There we go. Well, make sure to reach out to Hank and Sharyn if you guys are listening to this and liked what they had to say. Also, as we ask at the end of every episode, please send this podcast to 1 or 2 people need to hear this message. Maybe they have a small business or they're that nonprofit decision maker and they want to be in that beta or take part afterwards. Last thing we ask, just shoot us a 5-star review on iTunes. And thank you guys for listening. Hank and Sharyn, thank you for coming on.
Thank
Timmy,
you.
I can't wait to have you on our podcast. I am looking forward to reading your book and helping you make that happen. That's going to be fun.
Awesome. Well, there we go.
You're a hell of a good guy, man. I already tell. You got this 20,000 watt smile, sharp as hell.
You got this.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody listen to all of his podcasts. If you don't write him a 5-star review, I'm going to be so bummed. Please don't let me be bummed. Share his podcast. Go share his podcast with some of your friends. Say he's a really cool dude. Help the man out. Come on.
Well, there we go. On that note, we're out.